All right, much appreciated, Coach, as we welcome all of you to our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Indianapolis Colts and the Houston Texans. Fielded about a yard deep. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line.
He's set. 19. 59. Here we go. He's checking. Crash. 59.
Watson on first down. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards.
First down. First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another first and 10. Smith trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there, second down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Looking to throw on second down. Watson forced out to his left. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. An incomplete pass on second down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is third and 10. From the gun, here's Watson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Good starting field position for him as they come up first and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And all the way down to the 33-yard line. It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early, because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
On second down, Cook. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here, because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now Cook, he's got it off the draw. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
Well, the defensive guys won't be real happy because there won't be a sack on this play because he did get back to the line of scrimmage. But what a job they did overall. Hemmed him in and gave him nowhere to go with the football.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Out of the gun, Luck. Buying time to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Jadeveon Clowney in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. Gay's kick is good. And the Colts hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. So the opening drive does yield points. Maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Hey, watch the slant. 20 points down, he's coming. 58 to Mike, 58. 58 to Mike.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Watson, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Takk McKinley in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
He's letting this one go for Fuller. And that will be incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Both 7s to Mike. Both 7s to Mike. Hey.
From the gun, here's Luck. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. 19 yards there on the catch and run. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season-open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I had missed him, it would have been a different story. Long night.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Give to Cook out of the gun. It'll be a gain of 3, and it also takes us to the end of the first quarter play. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics. Going for Hilton, and it's intercepted. Zach Cunningham with a pick. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. A first down carry for Smith. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later. From the 39, Watson, man open, that's Kiki QT, complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 16 yards, a first down. I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
58, boys, 58, 58, it's Mike. Man, that's trash. That's trash. 55. 58 to Mike, 58. 58 to Mike.
On first down, it's Watson. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Will Fuller with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Texans have taken the lead. I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field. And that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner. But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there. Really good balance, really good body control. And how about the end result? A touchdown. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window? I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all. Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
47 is the mic.
Throwing is Love. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down. I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy. First down, here's the run with Cook. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give them 14 on that one and a first down. They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs. That's a pretty good recipe for success. Back to throw. Love. He's got Jack Doyle. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now Luck. Looking deep for Hilton. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play, and guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 20-yard line.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. On the tackle that time, it's Trey Waynes.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
From the 16, Luck. His throw caught at about the 5. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 15 yards on the play. 1st down. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the 2nd quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield. They're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress. And he takes it in for a Colts score. Dalvin Cook, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Colts are going to jump back in front. They were able to stop him at the line on 1st down, but this time he punches his way through.
And sometimes just because you're stopped on the first run, it doesn't mean the play call was bad or incorrect. You might just need better execution and just a tad more determination, and they got it done on the 2nd try.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Watson eluding the pressure right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. And we'll get our first update of the afternoon from the Meadowlands. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. On 2nd and 7, Luck. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. On first down, Luck. Going to take a shot for Gallup. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Luck now to throw. Got his man there complete to Gallup. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Luck throwing again. Flushed out right. Now he'll pull it down. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Let's get this ball back to the offense. Let's go. 47 is the mic. 12. All day. 47 is the mic.
To throw again on 2nd down. Luck. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Luck and the Colts looking for something big here after the sack. This is 3rd and long. A shotgun snap for Luck. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And incomplete, almost intercepted. Had a great shot of picking that off in the end zone. And now 4th down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Hey, 4-1's Mike. 4-1's Mike. Hey, pick it up. Mike, 41.
The final shot before the break. Luck. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we've hit halftime, just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Coach. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Again, it's Cook. He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. To throw is Love. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 6 yards on the pickup, and it's a 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he get a good head of steam going.
And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 29-yard line.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen, because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Here we go. Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end.
Here's Locke. That is caught at the 7-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Here's Locke. He'll dump this off to Cook. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now. They'll run for it with Cook. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown, you're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd.
They try again with Cook. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Dalvin Cook, his 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And the Colts pick it up. And he's going to get this on down to the 13-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, these are going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case,
and he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. From 13 yards out. And the Colts use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? RAC?
Run after catch. And he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
On first and 10, Watson being chased down left. Now he'll let it go deep down the left sideline. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
It's now second and 10.
They work again from the 38 on second and 10.
Let's go.
Throwing again is Watson. Flush to his right. Looking again for Thomas, this time complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 34-yard line. Now from Colts territory, here's a first and 10 at the 34. Out of the gun, Watson. Dancing to his left. And I think the ball's out. And the Colts pick it up. It's a foot race. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. So he went out of the pocket left, and then things got dicey.
And what often happens is when they get outside, they want to keep their eyes downfield in order to try and complete a pass. But when they try to make a play, they've got to get their footwork involved, and that can really mess them up as well. And in this case, nothing went right, and the ball got knocked free.
He's going to let this go end zone for Hilton, and that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Let him know, let him know.
Throwing on third down, Luck. And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his second of the game. Instead, fourth down.
I know that interception was dropped, and it would have been their third of the game, and I will guarantee you, in the huddle, on the bench, all the defensive guys have been talking about is, we've got this guy right where we want him. Who's going to get the next one? It almost becomes a challenge, and they missed a golden opportunity.
So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board, ended up settling for 3.
And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Watson. Steps away to his left. And he slings one that's incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete.
Strong right. Alert. 3 down, 3 down.
Back to the air. Watson on 2nd down. Escaping the pressure right. And he fires one incomplete. Jordan Thomas, the one he was looking for. But now it'll be 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Watson looks to throw again. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Here's Ryan Allen now as he's on to punt for Houston. Back now in Houston, it's Texans football, but they trail here as we get started in the 4th quarter. They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. They will indeed snap it to Watson, eluding the pressure right. And this is incomplete. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position. On 1st down, Cook. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards. Here's Luck. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Now Luck. And he comes back with one complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Now a run on 1st down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. They run it again with Cook. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 3 yards on the pickup there, but they've only got it back to 3rd and 10.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
40 seconds to Mike. Let's go.
From the gun on 3rd down, Luck. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held him to 3, but this offense, they've got to beat. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Tack McKinley, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. To throw is Watson. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on fourth down. Here's Watson. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. Now, no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth.
First and 10 at the 30.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's first and 10 just outside the 30. To the air yet again, Watson. Open man is QT, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down.
First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
From the red zone now, Watson. Forced out to his left. He'll try it. The ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down. Looking to throw again on second down. Watson throwing middle, but it's incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver, and it's third down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or two short. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's fourth.
It's fourth down.
And a field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on fourth down. Here we go on fourth. Watson. The quick slant caught. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on fourth down to bring up first and goal. Felt compelled to go for it there on fourth down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a fourth down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You stop to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
On the ground, this is Smith. Into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. No gain on the play, and it's going to be second and goal.
The 1-yard line.
Smith is the lone man in the backfield here as they get ready for second and goal. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They've got it second and goal as they look for a late touchdown. On second and goal. Watson, and he will score. It's a touchdown. Deshaun Watson, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Texans get a bit closer.
Well, this was a pass all the way, but he just kept buying time, didn't he? It was kind of like...
And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line.
Well, they tried to get 2 and ended up getting none, because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready. And this is going to be taken in by the Colts. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Throwing now, Luck. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. And he gets it down to the 32. That one a first down pickup of 8.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. They'll run on first down. It's Cook. Cook stripped. The ball's out.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. They run again on first down. Cook. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal.